Dem Boyz Podcast. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? What you oh, okay.
And fix the backdrop. I'm in the video this time, y'all. Which way I got swing? All right, there you go.
You know, when you go that way, that means
okay.
That's right. So today's what? Today's Saturday, August 8th. Right? August 8th.
That's what they told me.
On the paper.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about today. First thing is actually the Redskins and Texans brawl. That was quite interesting. It was I didn't actually. I mean, I just saw the big brawl. But apparently, they had two fields going on, and at one field they got a little skirmish going on, and then the other field they got a skirmish going on, and then about probably it was less than an hour into the practice, and they got one big.
Do they face each other in regular season? I didn't have a chance to check that.
Redskins and Texans.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
So is this just battle? It's just pretty much battle of ego. Somebody feeling some type of way.
Mm-hmm. Has the schedule even come out yet?
Should be ready. We had preseason. We had training camp.
That's true. Well, we're gonna check the schedule and see if they do play each other, because that would see if that even makes sense. Looks like they do not.
Huh?
Looks like they do not.
They're
just battling, battling. You got the heat and got everything like that. So
agitated, people going through.
What do you, as far as
water withdrawal?
As far as disciplining, you think anybody get disciplined? Or it's just.
If you clear the scuffle and nothing detrimental is done, just move on and keep your distance.
Swings were thrown. You got some punches being thrown.
Training camp.
Looking like Ronda Rousey out there.
Training camp.
Okay. So basically,
that's what
another.
That's competitive edge.
That's true.
Training camp. Like I said, nothing detrimental was done. Just there's some things you can't move on without there. Being a Goodell hammer thrown down. It's Mr. Thor up there. So
I guess. Yeah, Mr. Thor, the dictator of the NFL.
So, I think move on. If they were able to break it up and nothing extreme came out.
That and practice.
Well, that's the smart thing to do. So I think that's the wise thing to do.
Yeah.
I would have too if I was in the coach and management position and practice and try it. Get cooler heads prevail.
Yeah. Another football matter. We got Aldon Smith. Talk about him for a little bit.
Yeah, man. We've been talking about it for a while.
For a while. Right?
I don't want to talk about him too long.
Aldon Smith, hit and run, DUI, vandalism.
Yeah. He has this position. You've heard his side of it, and to me, it's just a thing. The only time will tell. Somebody will pick him up because he's a great athlete, but I think they're just waiting for the legal ramifications to be clarified before they touch his contract, touch what they can do with it. But you don't want somebody like that not on the team all season. So we'll see how he can recover from situations. So
as far as teams that would pick him up, Dallas. The Ravens, maybe. Oakland
Raiders. And it might be a few surprises in there, that really need it and say, hey, we're going to take a risk because we really need someone of his level. And here's the thing is, now they can get him because of the situation he put himself in. Now they can get him at a lower cost. He has no choice.
Lower cost, pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, because he put himself in that situation. All the other stuff that he's accused of, we don't know till come out, but we do know he did crash a car. So
correct. He's guilty of crashing a car.
So that's that. Everything else just has to be dealt with in court and see what happens.
As an organization, do you see him as an organization, do you see an organization having somebody stay with him at all times, or kind of like a babysitter?
No, you're a grown man. You make those decisions. You're in the league of grown men.
Sure.
You gotta learn how to manage your life. If not, you lose your livelihood.
Never seen Necessary Roughness, huh?
Yes, I have.
Got TK. TK got he
had a personal assistant. But the thing is, then you're not helping that person.
Correct.
You're hurting them, because life after the career, you're not gonna have that.
You always have somebody by you. I guess I don't know if you're making that much money. You make that much money. Yeah, I guess you are. You're enabling the person. So, but is it necessary?
No, I think if you need counseling or help, and an organization is willing to help and support whatever they're going through, but not someone with you all the time, then that means you don't need to be in the league.
True. Very true.
If somebody has
Very true. Someone has to
there.
babysit you. You don't need to be in the league. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I mean, I get unnecessary roughness, and there's probably situations that go on like that, but you're not helping that person confront issues. So that's where I respect with the 49ers head coach, how he addressed it, that, he was more passionate about getting help with your situation.
Is this the new thing? If you hit a car, you run away from it?
That's the new pro player thing.
New pro player, John Jones.
Not about possession.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a new trend.
Just run away and go.
Yeah,
as far as the media's attention,
like we
obviously.
said before, I don't like it. Like you said before, it's not much, so it's exaggerated, and they really haven't. It's really not enough information, but it's just, to me, being taken out of hand when you don't have much to go from. It's still in development. So, in words of sports, let the play develop, and then you can go from there. To me, it's just a lot of hot air because you don't have any more information until you get to your court dates and things, and more information. Investigation is done. So that's the part where you and I was, because I don't like, because it's more of it comes more of the freelance of the media to make assumptions and to impose what they want on the story.
I think that does have some truth to it. To the extent that we have brought up, I don't know.
We're not gonna talk about it. Yeah,
but yeah, I could see to where the media does have that. Let's blast this, even because I mean they're kind of short news. I mean, really there's nothing going on.
All you got going on is MMA and baseball,
which is exciting, man.
For you.
Also for me, I mean, yeah, he's doing quite well.
For football.
So, actually, Team USA got the 34. Was it 34? LeBron, Marcus Aldridge, top of the list. Some of those guys. Gold
for them coming up. I mean, I can imagine, but I feel that. Yeah, it's no reason why.
No reason why. I mean, yeah, LeBron headline. Let's be serious. But the Pan Am Games, I know you.
I'm really disappointed by that, because you pick up, you get it. I liked how they picked Ron Becker because he's a physical player, and he didn't mind being physical, and that's how he was even in high school. He was coming out of Scott City, so that was his brand of play. He made a niche for himself, and that's how he got to Division I, is because he knew he had to play physical and play tough. But you don't put a Van Fleet, and you put like a washed-up 32, 33-year-old Bobby Brown, plays overseas and played a few years for a professional NBA team. It's like, you're stupid, Mark Field.
Yeah.
When you got two players that already have a chemistry with each other, that's going to enhance your game. And then Ron Baker wasn't getting that too many touches till he came down the stretch, and he bailed him out in the bronze medal game with 21 points. I mean, he literally did bail him out. So, yeah, on that, I thought it was a poor pick of floor generals. I'm going to go with the young guy that comes from a good system, that knows how to manage the game. Bobby Brown didn't do that. He was taking more shots, trying to get his shine, and into the glory days, and it didn't work.
True.
So that's just a quick on the
glory days.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to get that little, that feather in your cap.
Oh yeah.
Going out with a bang, and so instead of getting a gold medal in Pan Am Games, you get bronze.
I mean, I guess that's good enough.
Here's the thing is, if you had roster room, you have a veteran point guard mentoring that young one and give him some minutes. But other than that, I thought it was so ridiculous to have him as a starter.
Yeah.
And that pace of the game, and then playing that many games in that short of a time. I got to go with the fresher legs. That's like me trying to play 4 games in 2 days.
True.
I'm gonna be dead. I'm
in
the hospital.
That 4th game is.
I'm going treatment. I'm going breathing treatment. I ain't lying to you, man. It's like, much as I love basketball, you see, I still complain, but like.
You got little legs, man. It's the legs. It's the legs. Go all day. From bronze medal to only someone who gets gold medals, Ronda the Rowdy, Rousey.
She knocked the snot box out of her. That's what she did.
34 seconds. I I personally have some sort of feeling towards this Ronda reign. Okay.
And yeah, you have a good point, but at the same time,
I didn't describe. I'm just telling the point. We got Misha Tate. Okay, 135. We got Beth Correa, 135. We got she fights 135 is my point. You see these women that she fights, and you look at Misha Tate, you look at Beth Correa, and who's Misha Tate, she's about to fight. You see them at 135, and that's their weight class, and they don't get much bigger than 135. So they're maybe 140 max.
Where they can max out.
They can max out. I mean, they don't have that body size to where they're 150, 155. That cyborg type of body. Ronda Rousey, you don't have that cyborg type of body either, but she is 150, 155 at her biggest.
At her natural.
At her natural weight. Yeah, she walks around 155. I mean, when she fights, she is at least 145 and above. I mean, she looks 150 to be honest. She looks a lot. Shoulders, she's a lot bigger than her opponents, and they do the weigh-ins the night before. You have time to eat up. You have time to drink up. That size difference actually means something.
There you go, the Ronda Rousey conspiracy.
I'm not saying Ronda Rousey's not good.
You're
good. She's very good.
Skilled. She's good.
Very skilled. But get somebody in there that's her size. I mean, really,
play up.
There is no bigger weight. Do a 140. Yeah. Do a 140 was 145 was cyborg.
That's what I'm saying. Fight at a higher weight.
Yeah.
I understand that, and let's see, you still got
that power.
Yeah, that Royal in the Rumble.
You coming at Cyborg at 140. I mean, I know Cyborg she sits at 175. She was looking at a scale and said 175. So she's a big girl. Okay.
The thing is though, that she had the skills.
She's taken roids before, so I mean, she's probably off that cycle now. She's been treated or she's been tested, and she hasn't failed recently.
But at the end, like you said, the power. But we're looking at the skill set. I have Ronda. What I look at, when you see a rare athlete that prepares, I think on that rare platform that is, even though I agree with you about the weight, that is something you cannot substitute when someone has that level.
I see what you're
saying. Preparation and concentration.
I see what you're saying.
And I just think she sets herself apart. In that, and I'm not an MMA head, I'm not into it like you are, but I'm just saying, just observing and following that, there is a tenacity that I observe just in the preparation and the love and the drive that she has for doing it. And sometimes in opponents, you don't see that.
Anderson Silva, you saw it all the time.
Right.
And to me, the media drives her success right now. The media is driving her success. If you look at the pay-per-view buys, she rides and piggybacks off of major fighters. If she headlines a card, it's not going to be that successful. The buys, people buy Ronda Rousey. Okay. They don't buy to see her fight. They don't pay.
I mean, that's the challenge of women in professional sports, though.
But I mean, if people are going to say she's the greatest, she's this, she's that, she's it, why aren't people buying to see it? People not paying to see the fight.
Because they still would prefer, just like, I watch WNBA out of respect for the game when I can.
Okay.
But, I'm not an Oklahoma Thunder, but right now I'm talking with my buddy on the phone because I want to go see an NBA game. Mm-hmm. So right now we're looking at what Thunder game we'll get to. I'm not looking at driving the Midwest to go watch the WNBA game. The Tulsa shop.
Okay.
I'll drive to Oklahoma to go watch Kevin Durant. It's just like.
But the Tulsa Shock are nowhere near the success of Ronda Rousey.
Right. No, but I'm just saying that support of professional women's sports which is a challenge, period, across the board.
So that's what it is?
Yeah. Just taking professional women's sports seriously.
I want to know how promoting her so much, and then when she actually fights, not getting the buys that even Chad Mendes and Conor McGregor got, nowhere near.
I mean, a man's game is just faster, though. A man's fight is still a little faster.
That's true.
Quicker. I mean, I watch that, and not being as adamant as you about when I watch clips and I see the difference. Men's fight is just faster, more exciting, just more. They get more moves in than women do.
They're a little bit more technically sound. As far as women do a little bit more brawling.
Right. Cat fights sometimes.
Well, that part. The cat fight. Sometimes they do a little more brawling. I mean, they yeah. Trained UFC fighters.
Right.
Don't cat fight.
Yes, they do, man. You revert back sometimes when you
get the commander.
Hold up, she just hit me in my head. Look, you know how that light bulb, like, she just hit me in my temple.
And it's weird. It's why there not that many women fighters in general.
No, it's not.
I mean, on that level.
Right, on that high. It's a lot of, that's intense, extensive preparation. So
we should take this fighting Ronda Rousey for the third time. Right. She got her butt whipped twice. She doesn't need a third time to get her butt whipped. She's gonna get her butt whipped again.
That's another thing. You just don't have enough. It's more cool guys in that professional fighting room than there is women. So yeah, as a whole,
I made a mistake last week. I said Beth Correa was gonna win. I did not see.
What did I call?
That size difference. I thought Beth Correa was big. She's not.
What did I call? I said
she's a little girl. She's a little girl. She's not much bigger than my sister.
So that's the Ronda Rousey situation as now, ladies and gentlemen. It's not enough women to step up.
Money Mayweather actually said something very interesting. Did you see that?
I didn't catch that.
Okay. He basically said, to paraphrase, when Ronda Rousey can make $300 million in a night, then talk to me.
Yeah, talk to me.
Then call me. Yeah.
That's real talk.
You know,
like don't blink your mouth at me until you on my level.
She want to eat SB. I mean, he could hand you a check that buys that SB in the whole building.
Right. So I mean, somebody that can carry cash $200 million in a suitcase.
You're doing pretty well for yourself, and I think you're the winner. I'm sorry. He
has a valid point. Excuse me. He has a valid point. Once you're on my level like that, because you're fighting for pennies on a dollar, basically, right? Compared to me, that's what he's saying.
All UFC fighters are fighting for pennies on a dollar.
And when is that going to change? Because you've got too much endangerment.
You know what's interesting is they changed the way that the Reebok is now doing the sponsorships, which has completely ruined
MMA.
The money side of the MMA as far as for
it's
the fighters.
Too dangerous. It's more dangerous than boxing.
It's good. No, it's not. No, numbers wise. No, I'm
talking about MMA. The fight is more dangerous. That's almost bare hands.
Well, the thing is, when you're doing boxing, you're really straight to his head,
and
body, so it's a lot of head, body, and head. When you're doing MMA, it's a lot of you're wrestling.
Right.
You get down to the ground. Grips and exactly. So it's not always hits to the head. I mean, you do have your Ronda Rousey fights where it's blah, blah, blah,
I mean, some guys that prefer to knock somebody out, but it's more submission. Exactly. I give you that. Correct. It's more submission.
Correct. Pulse. And if it was just straight, going to the head and going to the body, it would be more dangerous. Correct. Yeah. Kickboxing.
Dangerous.
Is dangerous. Yeah, those dudes get kicked in the head. I mean, that's pretty bad.
There's a whole lot of Parkinson's in the making.
But that's gonna be our show for today. Thank you very, very much for watching and continue to watch.
Till next time, sweet swishes.
Have a great day.
All right.